Hey, you're right. I know I've not been around for a bit. I'm okay. I'm having a glass of red, and these days I need a bit of courage, false courage, to actually go online and speak. I've been trying to watch cricket all day, but the cricket's been off. But it is one of the most. It's one of the things I get involved in. I've been involved in since I was a child. But I'm here just to say that I finally got the PIP sorted yesterday. I think it's important that the people I talk to know just how difficult it is at this moment for people living in circumstances, or whatever circumstances. But yeah, eventually I had to get in touch with my MP, and my MP sorted it for me. And I got a letter stating that, yeah, it will be sorted before the 18th of June. And actually I got a phone call on the day the letter arrived off a case manager from PIP, and it was sorted by the evening. I've not actually rung for that. I'm not on here for that reason. I'm on here because I want to say that, you know, I'm at a different stage in life now. And I want to go, not back, but I want to actually say to people that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You know, it's not a light that makes you what the Western world promotes, can we say, you know, prosperity and affluence. No, it's nothing like that. I'm still in the now. I'm still reading tall. I'm reading New Earth. I'm on with this one now, actually. Oneness with all life. Yeah. And I'm nowhere near where I want to be. But I finally feel as though I can actually question, you know, the mind when it comes in and takes me back to the past and puts me in situations where in the past it would have put me in a situation where I would let it go on for however, you know, however long. I don't do that anymore. That's an important time, when nothing is around. That moment in between the mind saying something or deciding what you're going to say, mostly related to the ego. It's that silence in between that's giving me the peace. This enabled me to believe that material things, even going back to the old days, meant nothing really. It hurt me because I was running on this Western ego of having a home, keeping your child happy, looking after your family, and fighting against what is abhorrent, actually, you know, from the media to whatever kind of, it's very difficult to explain. And I probably won't post this, and yet I maybe will post it, because I'm waiting for the cricket to start, and I've actually been able to pay to watch a bit of cricket, which is the sport I've loved all my life. And there's been some things on in between that have just jogged my memory and put me into, like, the mode where I shouldn't really be delving. The past is only a record, a video that runs through your mind, a mind-made movie of the past, of how things were. Much the same as the future is only a anticipation of what you want or could happen. I do live in the now. I do live in this moment. I try to treat every day, every moment as this is the moment I'm in. And when things occur, whether it be something that upsets me, whether it be something that makes me happy, I try to actually deal with it before it even gets to my mouth. It's so difficult to explain. I read The Power of Now. I read A New Earth. I read the one I've just showed you. They're basically my Bible. I've probably only, the first two I've read 4 or 5 times each and listened on audio. I'm not one of those people who takes everything in really easily, especially when I'm reading, but it's getting easier and easier, and I go over it and over it, much as I used to try at school to get somewhere, in the sense of understanding what they were saying to me, but there was so much distraction in the mind, purely through the circumstance I was in. You know, the circumstances we're all in. Our environment has so much influence on how our life is, how our life situation is, how our life is totally different than our life situation. But we, in the Western world particularly, put it all into what we consider to be a context, which is based around material things, desire, attachment, greed. What I'm trying to say is that I've managed to drop all that. Yeah, I'm tucked away in a 1-bedroom death camp, as I call it. But I'm saying that with a smile on my face. I didn't want to be anywhere different than where I am now. This stage in my life, I don't want even a passport. I watch my son still travelling the world all over the place, and I've no desire to go. I went into a quarter of the places he's been to, but I'm ready now I'm 66 soon. My body's fucked, you know. My back's broken. Mentally, I'm okay if I sit in the now. If I allow things to run away with me. I used to allow things. I don't allow them to happen anymore. I look back on the situations from the eviction, from the gas situation, from the anger with people, from a father in motor neuron, from a son who was struggling, and the way I was approached from every angle. None of it was in any way helpful. And I'm not saying I was, because I lived with this anger that came from the environment I was brought up in. That wasn't my parents. I had a wonderful, loving mother. I had a father who was dedicated to work. They conflicted in many ways. But in the long run, the basis of the way we're running this Western world is chaotic. It's chaotic in the sense that it can only go in one direction. Pain and suffering for an awful lot of people. Yeah? We don't. Can we not wake up? Can we not start to use the media to put across to us this 90 mile an hour on a motorway or 70 on a country lane, or this rush to get more than X, Y, or Z has absolutely nothing to do with the real, well, what the universe, why we're here. Because I do believe that we are here purely and simply to enable the universe to evolve. Never ever have I thought so much that that's exactly what we're here for. We're not here for any other reason. You can spend your life and you can build up a wonderful, what you consider to be, well, collection of material things. But really and truly, in the long run, you'll end up in the same place as I was, with nothing. Because as I said, attachment, greed, is just wasting the short period we have on this planet. I'm going to leave this for a bit now, and I might add to it later. I'm not going to post this now. I set off on this conversation because I felt an urge to say something. And over the last few years, I don't have that anymore. I think it was beating out of me, really. And that's not an ego thing I'm saying there. I think so much damage was caused to my family and me by authoritarian rules, ways, that it saw me on my knees. It saw my mate, Jama Marty Rad, basically die through what the likes of Gateway Housing Association could do. I've no hatred. I've no even consideration for the way people like that work out their system. But I do think that it was so inappropriate and so totally, lacking any kind of empathy or sympathy, for the people involved. That includes my child, my mother, my father. I'm not here to blame. I'm not here to actually say what is right and what is wrong. I know that isn't right and that wasn't right and this wasn't right. It doesn't even sit with me now. But I know it's sitting with other people. And other people are struggling through the shit that I had to go through. And maybe one day it might come back to me or a close family member. But anyway, I'm going to watch for the cricket for now. I might talk later. I don't know, really.